journey for all of us. A journey within a journey. A journey within a journey for a mom, for a mother. A journey within a journey for a dad and his little girl. A representative of Father's Day, you can connect that with I think for a dad that stands out. He does the work during the process, which is getting up to over 15, 60, continue with the work, and then over 60, it becomes something that he enjoyed doing. He looks forward to. After love, the love of real love dilutes, then that becomes a love to look forward to, or a love to continue to hang out and look for. But a journey within a journey. A mother's completely, it's different. The love still, I think for a mom, the love is still as strong as the very first day, the birth. That love still, that love still stays there somehow, even when it's low. A journey within a journey. A journey within a journey. A brand within a brand. How remarkable is this story? A multi-race and gender is a part of our people, corners of the world. Of somehow. Isn't that funny? Why me? Well, I've always thought I wanted this big table anyway. I always thought about this big table with everyone sitting around it. Not this and this. Not knowing why. Why would I want everyone to be around this table? And the two separate sides of a family would sit on either side. I don't know why. Why am I here? A searching question, isn't it? Gotcha. A searching question. A searching question. A journey within a journey. Maybe it's maybe it's from both parents. You never know. I don't know. I used to see other come down with their barrels and their suitcase, and I figure maybe one day in memory of those like myself, would, you know, I would have a story to tell about their journey. But their journey here, the journey despite, you know, but it connects to the entire world, because from all corners of the world we are here together. Not just here, but possible in more than one of the 195 or 193 countries around the world. But a journey within a journey. For all of us, for them, the minute they exit, the minute that morning, that night, that day, whatever time it was, same. It's same. It was the the moment and the achievement of the building for 10 years, 15 years, and for a next generation to come and able to continue that. But my story, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew how. But just like the idea of great, iconic men who had worked hard, tirelessly to leave and create an idea that has an overspill to where millions can, I don't want to say benefit, but can find it in themselves to continue to utilize and build on it in the mindset of the one that would build, and then the mindset of the one that will maintain, and the mindsets of the one that will destroy. But I always thought that those who see a great idea and utilize it and work with it, that millions, that, and it becomes a milestone, it becomes a pillar of our community. Like, what makes up your community? Well, you can identify that every day, that if you are rich or if you're poor, it's somewhere that you can go. And you're not seeing it right now as I am seeing it, but from a youth to a mature youth to an adult, and through those transition period of time is when it will matter the most to you in the third quarter. It will matter, the landmark will matter to you. So, like, let's put it this way. 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 From a youth, you go somewhere like McDonald's. From a youth, from a child, it is not much of importance to you at that point. No. Your first girlfriend and your budget, you'll go back to McDonald's at a different age. But it still don't matter that much to you at that point. At 18, 19, you'll go back there with your guy friends. At that point, it still does not matter to you that much at all. In your 30s, you probably drive through, go by. It still don't matter to you that much at all. But it's still that idea of that person that died close to 100 years ago, 1933, somewhere in that vicinity. So the idea will become alive to you when you become the 55, the 60, and the 70. Now that's time the idea does expand in you more. That's a time that you see it's a part of you, and it's been a part of you, it's been a part of your community. But in the midst of everything, it's just like within the midst of everything that's going on there, a numerous amount of ideas of different spectrum, culture, everything is vast in the mouth, but you're at the age that you cannot distinct, can't clarify, you can't process it at that time. But the landmark come alive to you, and millions will go past that point, and not one day not have realized that this has been, because it may not give back to you in the way that you want it to, but how it would give back to a 15-year-old, he's not going to see it that way. But the mom and the dads that can go and get a cup of coffee in the third quarter, it's giving back the jobs that it allows millions to. It's giving back. So sometimes it's not necessarily the way you want to see things, but it's sometimes it's different. Then ology is amazing. It's different from what you'll see, but a lot of times we're just so busy we can't. But what matters is the ideas of millions that set this and set the pace, and who utilize the goodness out of it and build on it to make it something that, because it will help. Like sometimes the smallest thing have so much good outcome. The worst situation. I booked a cruise line also, but I made a loss on that one. I spent close to over 25,000. I lost on that one, but throw it over the bank. Yeah. Imagine losing that much as a kid. Oh yes, I had two accounts. I had a US account and a Jamaican account, because I knew I had to somehow. I had to get here. I had to share this journey. I had to tell the story for the millions that from all corners of the world that I'd participate in the growth of this and making it possible for myself to be here on this day for the goodness, the good work they perform, and the pace they set, and the journey that they it's I had asked myself, like, how was I going to do this? Yes, I really did. Like, okay, how on earth am I going to? And there's no one there. No one. No one. But I always feels like there is someone here in existence already. Someone who had tried it, someone that already done it. And so that's why when I started this, I wanted to see if I could reach your mindset and get you at a certain place to where you could see yourself beyond the combustion chamber, where you could see yourself, and so you could see things that you have missed, and so you could see things that was there, and just slowly oh God, I wanted to see him. I know how much, if millions of somehow, if one person succeed or have some kind of success from the 4 plus G, if one person have a success from the 5G performance of enhancing the power of pushing, if one person success from the 50 states barbecue, if one person succeeds from the design of the logistic board game, chart game, whichever ventures it could help to demonstrate, even in a conference on a chart board, if one person, if one of those ideas can help 5 people with jobs or with development of a family to come, or if one idea can help 5 people. Mark Raven says it takes 10, if 10 people, but I am not as possible, but if 5 would be good, because then that would be 5 other families, and then I would get to the 10, but maybe an indirect way of getting to the 10, but I could get to the 10, and if I could get to the 10, then that be a milestone for me right there. And I don't want to see it like that. I just wanted to see, but I have to put something in place so I can register it that this still exists. So it will be a milestone for millions when I get the 5, the 10 in an indirect way. So it still reaches, and so that makes a difference for me at this time. Will some part of it be a pillar of, like we can see other pillar that holds up our community? Will that also be that way, that form? So I am happy for that now. I am grateful that I was able to, and I'm thankful for to see it used, and one day in use. Even but it, I figure maybe even if I don't know, but you would have to go faster anyway, because with different robots, different technologies, we are going to need that speed up, and then for it just to rely on one source, it would not make sense. So you would have to have the 4 plus. That would make sense to have balance off the weight of the 5. And this is just how it works. You know, this is how it works.